NBA free agency is going on right now, so let's talk about Jock Landale, the Aussie big man who may be looking for a new team right now. So this was kind of reported yesterday that he's set to be waived. He hasn't officially been waived, like his options are set to like next week or something. But the Rockets have just signed Clint Capella, they've got Steven Adams, and they've also got Sengun. So there's not really much space for a guy like Jock Landale. Now there is a potential of him getting like a sign and trade because they Rockets also did sign Dorian Finney-Smith, so and there is a rumor that they can't actually afford that, so there may be a sign and trade in play for one of these guys, and then Jock ends up in that sign and trade. But if Jock needs to go look for a new team, if he becomes like an unrestricted free agent, let's talk about where he could end up. So I've come up with 5 teams that could use a Jock Landale. Now let's get into it. First up is the obvious one. It's the LA Lakers. They need a big man. They need that starting center. They need a backup center. They need every big man that they can get. Jock Landale kind of fits that bill. Like he can shoot the three, he can do the pick and roll. He's good defensively. And I think he'd be a good fit for Luka. I mean, Luka does like a good lob threat. I think Jock can do that. And anyone that plays with Luka always gets their value like risen to through the roof. So I think that would be a good fit. Team number 2 is the other LA team. It's the LA Clippers. They need a backup center. They had Ben Simmons as the backup center last year. That wasn't really the right kind of move. Ben Simmons should not be playing center. He's another guy who's looking for a new team right now. I might make a video of that later. But we've seen what Jock Landale can do as like that backup center. You saw how valuable he was for like the Suns coming on for DeAndre Ayton, and like somebody with Chris Paul helped him. Now having James Harden as your point guard would make him look a lot better as well and help him like get back into more rotational minutes. Team number 3 is the Bucks. They don't have a center right now. Brook Lopez just signed with the Clippers, which may also hurt Jock's chances with the Clippers, but I feel like Brook Lopez, he's 37, 38, might be a bit of like a concern. So having Jock on the team would also help just bridge that gap. But for the Bucks, they need a proper center. They need like the starting. They need a backup. They need anything. So I think Jock would be a good fit there as well. Also, the fact that he can shoot the three is always good for Giannis. Like gives him that space that he needs, which is like pretty much what the Bucks are looking for. Team number 4 is the Nuggets. They have Jokic. That is pretty much their center depth. They usually have DeAndre Jordan, but is he really going to be playing minutes? Somebody like Jock Landale can come in. He can be that backup center, but he can also play alongside Jokic, considering he can also stretch the floor. And the Nuggets really needed depth last year, and somebody like Jock Landale can actually provide that for them, which will be very useful. And the final team is the Warriors. They need big men. Like, they don't really have size. Kevin Looney has just signed with the Pelicans. Now, the Warriors are really less and less with their center position. So having somebody like with experience like Jock Landale, like they've got a couple young guys that can play the center position. They got Draymond Green, but they don't really have like a proper veteran center. And I think Jock Landale could be that, could fill that role for them. But yeah, those are my 5 teams of where he could end up. Let me know where you would love to see Jock Landale land. I know like NBL would be great fit for him as well, like returning to Melbourne, returning to come back to Perth or whatever. They need the marquee center. But I do really hope he does stay in the NBA for a long time.